Take two, the tacoing. No. Take two, taco supreme. Yes, there we go. Figured it out. Took me... We're just gonna pretend that we don't know how many times it took me to get that one. Josh, my name is Dylan, I've written this many words, and today we're going to talk about everything that I've learned about how to write characters from Taco the Wizard from the Adventure Zone. The Adventure Zone is a D&D podcast hosted by brothers Justin, Travis, Griffin McElroy, got it, and their dad, Clint McGee. Clint McDonald. Clint Magic School Bus. No! The Adventure Zone is the product of the McElroy brothers, Justin, Travis, Griffin, and their dad, Clint, where they play Dungeons & Dragons, improvising their characters and sort of creating a story through D&D on a podcast, and it's super great, and it makes me smile and also cry, because it's good. My favorite character is Taco, and judging by the number of people who cosplay him all the time, I'm not alone. Arguably, he's one of the most beloved characters from that show in a long list of characters that people who have heard that show absolutely adore. And as a writer, I look at that sort of thing and think, hey, what can I learn from this? You know, because I want to write characters who are compelling and beloved, so what's going on here? What makes Taco the Wizard so great? I think I have it broken down into three things. Number one, Taco has a very clear want. Wants are important. They are what allow us to root for a character. They're what makes us look at a character and say, hey, you want to be a mermaid, and like, you're kind of cute, and also you're not a terrible human being, so how about I root for you for the next hour and a half while you turn into a mermaid? This is a terrible example, but like, you know what I mean. People, we just like rooting for people. And wants are how, as a writer, you let people know how you're supposed to root for that person. Taco has a really simple want, and it's given us, I think, pretty much episode 1. He wants money. The only reason he joins the Bureau of Balance in the first place is because they promise him gold, and half the time he's stealing that gold anyway, so it's like, whatever. The second thing Taco has, and the second reason that I think he's such a compelling character, is the fact that not only does he want something, but he actually has the means of obtaining that desire. There's an actual real chance that he could obtain it. Because he's a really good wizard. And like, maybe that's not something you would pick up on unnecessarily on episode 1, but by the time Arms Outstretched comes around and you're crying because it's so beautiful, like at that point it's become a recurring gag that Justin, who plays Taco in the Adventure Zone, will literally just pull a spell out of nowhere. It gives this impression of Taco as somebody who knows so much about magic and is so strategic about the way that he uses it that there is a legitimate chance that he could achieve his heart's desire. Like, if there wasn't a reasonable chance that Taco would be able to fulfill his goal, I don't think we would be nearly as invested in him. Like, if he was just a total doofus who's like, I can't do anything, I'm a poor little taquito, then like no one would care. No one would care. But because he is so good at magic, there is a legitimate chance that he will be able to achieve everything that he wants, and we are rooting for him the entire time. We love him because he wants this thing, and he's willing to go the distance, or whatever metaphor you want here, to achieve that goal. But there's a third thing about Taco that I think is absolutely critical to why he is such a beloved character, and what I think makes characters interesting beyond just, I want a thing and I'm gonna go the distance to get that thing. He has a want, he has the means of obtaining that desire, but most importantly, he has a reason not to. Throughout the series, Dungeon Master Griffin McElroy puts Justin in situations where Taco has to choose between money or fame and the friendship he has formed with his other two teammates, Magnus and Merle. The only people in the world who he really feels like actually care about him. Because nobody wants just one thing. Like, I mean, some people do, but they're boring, and we usually don't tell stories about them because they're boring. What makes a character interesting is when they have to choose between two things that they really want. Because even though, like, I'm not totally morally on board with the, hey, I'm cool for stealing, guys, stealing is cool, do a steal, boys. There's something that just feels so real and true about that desire to want to be a part of family, and having to choose between that thing that you know that you want and that thing that you really want. In screenwriting, this is called want versus need, but I think it has applicability far beyond just screenwriting and in all forms of storytelling. When we're introduced to a character, we learn about the thing that they want most in the world. And while that want will be instrumental in pushing them off onto their journey as a character, it's the need that must be fulfilled in order for their story to complete. Taco's story does not finish until we understand where he fits in his found family. And this is a thing that I've started doing with my own writing, is that as I have come across new characters that I have to, flesh out and make feel real, I've asked the 3 questions. What does this character want? How will they be able to achieve that goal? And what reason might they have to not go for it? So, go ahead and give that a try. See how that fits on for size. Make your characters grow like little radishes out of the earth. It's a stupid metaphor, but I never said I was good at metaphors, only at writing characters. That's all from me for today. My name has been Dylan, as it is every day. I'll see you next time.